All right, we have just returned from the Halloween Hooptiefest at New Hampshire Motor Speedway, and the weather there was great, which
For
is
a change.
Yeah, it's a departure for that venue. In fact, in 2012, we literally had Hurricane Sandy at that event.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because we always share the track with the drifters, and the combination of lemons and the drift dudes is creating a giant hole in the ozone layer. Anyway, if that's the cause, the weather was good.
I think that's actually pretty likely, and particularly if you take the judgemobiles that we had. First, the Team Bob Ross brought us his giant red brodozer.
Yeah.
I don't even know what this thing is. And then really not knowing what this thing is, the Lementarians brought this stretched gremlin dirt modified, like the most awesome vehicle I've ever seen.
Well, as it turns out, we asked these dudes, and they said, "Oh man, everybody got one of these." Like,
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
And apparently, there's some race series where that's the ticket.
It's spec stretched
yeah.
gremlin.
If you're not bringing your gremlin dirt modified, what are you doing?
Yeah. We're on the wrong side of racing.
We
That's
sure
all I can
are.
say.
Hella sweet. Three Pedal Mafia has re-themed once again
Yet
to
again.
a totally awesome South Park theme.
Oh my god! They killed Kenny! You bastard!
Also, hella sweet Procrastination, who always puts on a pasta feed for the whole paddock, and we love these guys. They had all of their own problems at the time. Their trailer blew up, and their car blew up, and nevertheless, they didn't let that stop them from feeding everybody else. Thank you, guys.
Generally speaking, this race actually was pretty uneventful.
Yeah.
Well, except for this.
On the but terrible side, I gotta say, straight out of Suncock, now they won their second race in a row. Yeah, good for them and all that. But after they won the last race at Thompson, they were told by the judges, look, guys, you got a competitive car, you got a black E36, you got to up your game with bribes or a theme or something. So for this race, they showed up with $2 and a bottle of Fireball. Dude, that's so weak.
Class B winner was Fake News Racing, and they had a heartbreaking Class B defeat at Thompson, and then they returned triumphantly to NHMS. And
I like that these guys, they're also always keeping up at current events, which I think is fantastic. Hella sweet, kind of, and but terrible is the Buick Regal of Park Bench Racing. We put them back into C. We felt sorry for these guys, and they whined, and we can't be competitive. And then they just demolished Class C. So, A, like, you never go back into Class C again.
Hell no.
And B, then I got an email from these guys. Well, you must limit stint times because our car will not be competitive with the stop changes. All right, look, dude, either get a better car, stop complaining, or, you know what? No, those are the only two options.
You know, it's always a bummer when you're running third overall and this happens.
All right, the heroic fix, so heroic.
Oh,
this
man.
is invasion of privacy. They've got this horrible Taurus. It's all covered in tinfoil. It has cameras and whatever. So they decided, you know what, we're going to change this automatic transmission for a Taurus SH05 speed because race car. You got to have that, right?
Yeah, and they were really proud of this install, which of course involved homemade stuff and tempo parts.
Yeah.
But what everybody knows is what's the weak point on a Taurus SHO?
The transmission.
The transmission. And sure enough, they put this thing in and it immediately ejected all of its guts. And they were searching local junkyards. The closest transmission was all the way in New Jersey.
Yeah, okay, but one of the guys, he's a pilot, and in fact, he's got a Cessna. So he goes to the airport and he gets in his Cessna. He's holding a big plastic tub full of transmission parts, so he can compare them. They fly to New Jersey. They go to a general aviation airport, and the people there are like horrified. Who are these people? There's no flight plan. What are they doing? Why are they unloading a giant tub of greasy parts? They to almost get arrested. They talk their way out of that, and then on the way back through the airport, no, sir, you cannot bring that. That is not FAA approved. You must let hands down, punk. Horrible. They finally talk their way through that, get in the airplane, fly back.
So these guys get back to the track and they put the transmission in, which miraculously is the right one and isn't already broken.
No prayer of that. But
they get back out on track and it works great for a time, and then the clutch explodes. Why they didn't change that when they were in there, well, whatever. Hindsight is 2020. So they take the whole thing back apart again, fix the clutch, and we're able to finish like the last 10 minutes of the race.
Yeah, now here's the part that I really like. So we were telling this story at the award ceremony, and in the back of the crowd, some guy who also has a Taurus SHO in the race says, well, why didn't you guys just ask? We have a spare transmission in our trailer. You should have just asked us.
I Got Screwed went to a rookie team called Squid Rope, and they had an E30.
That's a great name.
Yeah, and knowing, unlike some veterans, that hey, if I'm going to bring a BMW, I better theme this thing up. And theme it up they did. They turned it into a Batmobile. They had great attitudes, great costume. Car ran for 9 laps and exploded. They went and got a replacement motor. It was the wrong one. They had to go back out. They got another replacement motor. All right, this thing's perfect. And then they dropped it off of the back of the truck and totally it up. So now they're trying to combine the good parts with the bad ones, and they assemble the 3.5 motor out of all of the leftover stuff that they have. And it runs sort of, it makes a lot of smoke, and then it goes out for 5 minutes and dies. They got screwed.
The regional trophy was the Dude, Sorry I Set Your Car on Fire award. These guys brought an 81 Monte Carlo, which says it all right there.
Yeah.
They also took it upon themselves to reroute the battery cable, which turned out to be a problem when Steve and Rich started joshing with them and bouncing the super springy suspension. They went bouncy, bouncy, bounce, and somewhere in there, the battery cable went guzz, and this happened. And like, sorry, dude, we burned up your car, but I think they got back out, right?
I have no idea.
That kind of doesn't matter.
Judge's choice went to the Hoff, a Baywatch-themed
Overdue
Toyota Corolla, and these guys have been coming for a while. They've really been overlooked. This is a great car, and they really drove the wheels off.
Our choice went to the Dead Horse Beaters, and this is a rookie team. They're all fabricators and engineers. It turns out they do brilliant work, and it's kind of a shame that they're taking their prodigious talents and turning it into a 67 Mustang with a mid-engined Odyssey front clip in the back to make a supercar, but it's so awesome.
The index of effluency unusually went to a rookie team, and it was Olga and the Engineers and their 87 Mercedes 300E. I actually don't know too much about this car, according to Judge Rich's notes. Rookie team, they had a good attitude. The car ran around and around and stayed clean, and
That car sucked.
so here's Lemons in a nutshell.
Just chew a lot.
Towel, you're the worst character ever.
No, you are.
No, you're a towel.
You're a towel.
No, you're a towel.
You're a towel.